13 hours. Ooh. Oh no, that iFunny, that iFunny logo down there. Boo. Guys, we're live. Guys, I think we're live. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What am I supposed to say? Um, uh, hello? Yes,
Shalom.
hello. Hello, I am Mr. Procrastitron, and welcome to this channel. And today we're going to talk about monsters and stuff. Hopefully it's good. The floor is yours. Oh no.
Like,
Okay. We're starting now. We've already started. And now I'm here, I'm just making a jackass of myself. As usual.
yes.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, so we're still live. I think I'm gonna use this time
Testing.
to plug one of
Testing.
my favorite games.
Testing,
Why are we
testing,
still here?
testing,
Just to
testing,
suffer. Every night, I can feel my leg, and
testing.
my arm, even my fingers. The body I've lost, the comrades I've lost, won't stop hurting. It's like they're all still here. You feel it too, don't you? Whoa!
Take it easy, bro.
EDF. Oh crap! Oh, guys, no, no. I owe you guys this. Wait. EDF. Or song. I owe you guys this. I was supposed to do this during the monster hunting organizations. I was supposed to sing this then, but I didn't because I wasn't talking.
We're just gonna
To
let
save our mother
run the
or
show
from
today.
any. Wait. Huh? Oh yeah. Okay. All right. To save our mother from any alien attack, from vicious giant insects who have once again come back. We'll unleash all our forces, we will cut them any slack. The EDF deploys.
And with that, we begin.
Yay. I am definitely watching this on YouTube later.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to Monstercast number 43. Today we're talking about religion-based monsters. That was Procrastitron warming up the show. He's been ready for the last
Yay.
24 hours, unlike me. Greetings, everybody over on YouTube. We have Nameless Ghoul there, which is Jono.
It's John's other dumb name.
Yeah, and Louis Zenadog. So, good to see you again, Louis. I'm here on time today. Yes, you are, because I'm not. So, either one of us has to be. Thank you, Louis. Alrighty, let's get started here. What's going on? Cool, John. Jono captured my Instagram. Ghoul, good job.
Cool.
You are a higher level than Pokemon chasers. Here you go. Here's a watermelon. Okay. What's been going on here? What about Mr. Dande's event? Do we need to cover anything from that side?
You have the floor, Mr. Pikachu.
You do. Let's see what he says. To see which design you'd like. Okay, so you said you were going to prepare them anyway, so did you prepare them, Dande?
Oof.
And for the viewers, what I'm referring to is Dande's event. He has an event every month, a challenge, and an artistic challenge, and it can be any art form. This month was create your own kaiju. Okay, Let's check it out. So we're going to check out, first of all, the kaiju creations, and then we're going to get into religion-based monsters. All right, so the first one we have by JMPF. We have the shark. Cool, I remember seeing this one. The Meg. And what does it say there? Militaristic equalizer of gargantuan, I think. Let's see, JMPF last weekend, Wednesday. Militaristic equalizer of gargantuans, close, right? Is a cloned megalodon mutated using Godzilla's DNA. Then he got implanted weaponry and cameras, trained to fight for humans by a department called Last Hope. 100 meters long, 5 times a normal meg. Holy moly. Excellent. Let's go with the next one, Dande. Let's see which one's going to be the biggest today. This one's 100 meters. And what we're going to do is, it's not my decision, guys, which one's the best or anything like that. Not in this event. This is basically, we discuss our favorites. That's it, because there's no prize yet or anything. I think my microphone's a little loud. Sorry about that. So, we'll discuss our favorites. We can, of course, discuss, like I said, our favorites, which ones we like. We don't have to choose one in particular, though. Once we do get a prize assigned and figure things out, then sure, we'll go through that path. Okay, so the next one here we have by who? Who is this next one by? This is Sombras. Okay, Sombra. That sounds like such a party beach name. Sombra. Okay, here we go. This is Sombras. Pretty cool looking. It also looks marine-ish. And it says, Sulkiri. Sizes varies. For example, most are as big as the kaiju baby in Pacific Rim. But the first one, Pacific Rim 1 or 2, I don't remember there being a baby. Or maybe I do. I'm not sure. Pro, have you seen Pacific Rim?
Yes, it is a great movie.
Good job, Pro. Good job. You're off to a great start today. Super. Okay, but he says, but the first one is as big as Knife Head. Okay, nice. That was a very cool kaiju in the movie. They're mainly sea creatures, but they will go on land. They have lightning powers, and when they eat, they leave empty husks for the bodies. Very cool. He looks like he has a nicely armored body. Let's continue to the next one. What else do we have? Mr. Pikachu. Bog created the Cairo Kraken, which is a kaiju that feeds off of heat, drains the victim of their heat, okay, and he has it where it can put its mouth over the top of a volcano. Wow, okay, so that's a pretty big kaiju then. That might be the biggest one so far. Welcome, Chris. We're just reviewing this month's challenge creations. People's made kaijus.
Nice.
So, ID. So, Magmius, God's conscience, manifested as a 3-faced dragon, is 103 kilometers in length. From tip to nose, tip of the nose to tip of the tail, 31 kilometers tall at shoulder with wingspan of 200 kilometers. Interesting. Well, it does sound like the size fits. Well, at least the mouth would fit over a volcano with those kind of measurements. So Bog thought it over. And the weight of 91,339,622.64. Okay, so a million. Cool. I almost read that like that as South African president. A little bit better.
Haha.
Nice. Only one person will get that. Or a couple. Oh, Magbius. Magbius is a thing you made. Well, then why does it say... Oh, he didn't say that. Okay, that's from Chris Chu. Cool, so that's Chris Chu's... So Chris Chu has a huge one, and he gave us the measurements. Bog has a huge one, but he only gave us the measurement to refer to by that its mouth is big enough to fit around a volcano. I like that idea that it feeds off the volcano.
The the size of mine is basically the size of a small moon.
A small moon. That's what it sounded like.
Yeah,
All right.
like I do believe it's about it's a big boy.
Big boy.
And by three-faced, I don't mean like three heads a la King Ghidorah. I mean like you've got one neck with one head, and the head has three faces.
Okay, that answers that question. Excellent. So it eats King Ghidorahs for breakfast.
Technically, yes, because in order for him to reform himself, he literally takes on the biomatter of all the dragons that existed on the planet it created around itself.
Nice.
It's more apt to say that it is Magnius is the size of a planet's core, specifically a planet slightly bigger than the Earth, because in the story that I'm writing, that is literally what he started attracting chunks of space debris that was infused with magic around himself and formed them into a planet.
Okay. That is cool. Is he encased in this energy?
Used to be, and then from the last remaining vestiges of his being, the dragons of said planet, the first few bajillion dragons from said planet were formed, but in the course of the story, all of said dragons, along with the remains of any dead ones, get pulled back together into the full being once again.
Okay. Very cool. So that was Chris. And next we got a share. This is from Raincrawler. Hopefully Raincrawler will join us soon. He always joins us over on the YouTube side, but he shared over on Discord as well. In 1954, on the Canary Islands, a meteorite hit and cracked into several pieces. It's a little unclear here, but it was cool because I remember when he created this. This is at the time I uploaded the video here about making your own ecosystem on a budget video that I released on Voices of the Monsterhood channel. And it was kind of relating with this first post.
Hi, guys.
Because he put
Hello.
in the aquarium. Welcome,
Hello,
Gargamel. We're
Gargamel.
just reviewing Dande's challenges, monsters, before we get started with religion-based monsters.
Yeah, I'm not going to have to be able to be this one too long because I kind of haven't had my lunch yet, so I'm going to just be for a little bit.
Cool, no worries. Okay, so then we have the stage 2 of the story. We have Krankenvor, a giant crustacean similar to a crab. He has 3 pieces of meteorite on his body. He is considered the strongest kaiju. He possesses the left claw of destruction, similar to the right claw of doom from Hellboy. With this claw, he cut one horn of Oriyu. Krankenvor name was taken from the star of Cancer constellation. Really? Very cool. All right, continuing with Raincrawler's post. He's got a few here. Yeah, this is Oriyu. The one that he cut down is a giant reptile who has fragment of meteorite near his heart that could have polluted his bloodstream, giving him this translucent skin with a now glowing skeleton. One of the horns was cutted by his mortal enemy, which we just mentioned, I think. He puts a piece of his meteorite on his horn, increasing the strength of his new weapon. This creature shows a certain level of intellect. but this would be enough to injure. Would this be enough to penetrate his armor? Okay, let me see here. I'm breaking up here. Number 4, people baptized him as Arayu. Ora is the name that villagers from Indonesia call Komodo dragon, land crocodile. Is that true? Interesting. And Yu means energy and combative. Also, some Japanese believe him to be a yokai named Gashadokuro. Gashadokuro. Dog Danzo video. Number 5. Sleep Snail. Sleep Snail. The Plague. A small kaiju. I like this one. It's a snail. It's a small kaiju not bigger than 3 stories high. He has limited locomotion, moving really slow, peaceful creature, at the same time deadly because his toxic slime can kill whatever it touches. His whole body is covered with this toxic, beautiful but lethal, and nice and slow. The Sleep Snail is a hybrid seahorse and snail. X-ray proves that inside the body is a meteorite rock. His size is continuously increasing. A slow but unstoppable abomination. That's how we love our snails. Snails here. Sleip Snail name came from Sleipnir, the son of Loki. I love how you got these names there. Well done, Raincrawler. And the last one, we can see the snail here again. Number 6, the Wall Over Monsters Force. The Wom Force. Nice. Wall Over Monsters. Was created with the main purpose to stop all kaiju menaces. Many countries finally leave their differences away for a common goal, thanks to a private organization called simple as the Eye, fighting together with the motto, the eye that watches over us. Suspicious catchphrase. The eye that watches over us is their catchphrase. Okay, so that was Raincrawler's share. What else do we have from Mr. Donde? By the way, thank you, Donde, and nice success in running these. Let's see. He says, need to wait. The size of the kaijus are... okay, so hold on. Let me stay with Donde here. Dio's one, I believe, Donde says. Okay, so this is Dio's one. I wasn't sure. Ah, yes, I remember Dio saying this. He said, I wasn't sure what to do with his torso or body, so I just did something random. So, here's Dio's one. 2 mouths, 3 eyes, wings, scales, nails, and something going on inside the torso. Going on to Donde's. So here's Donde's. It's going to be wicked. Here's mine.
That thing sounds like a Lovecraftian whore.
Which one?
The one with the 2 eyes and the...
Mm-hmm.
No, 2 eyes. The one with the 3 eyes and the 2 mouths.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like a what?
Lovecraftian whore.
Ah. Yeah, it does a little bit. Indeed. Okay, and Donde says, here's mine. Toasty, which is a fungi that's been mutated into along with a toaster with toast during a chemical fire at a lab. Damn those labs. The fires and heat allow it to grow, so height varies and it leaves fungi and mold wherever it stands. Awesome. It shoots out toaster fungi, people that assimilate with other organic creatures. Nice. I definitely give the funny point to this one. So here it is. Toasty interval flame source. So you got the flame source at the top. The toaster part, fungi growth wherever it walks. I like that part of it. It's like turning the world into nature wherever it steps. Nasty nature, but nature nonetheless. Okay, next we have a share by Pokesaur. a fairly new member here. I hope he joins us at a Monstercast sometime. He shared this one. It says his version of Godzilla. I think there's a better image of this in our Creating Monsters cavern here. So if anybody wants to see these, you're welcome to come in. And there you have it. Nicely scaled, nice horns, a variety of back plates where they split to smaller ones in the back, go into larger ones, and then spines at the end of the tail. Lovely little design. Thick legs, just like we Godzilla people like him. And he looks a little angry, or old, or both. And then we have Darth Phoenix. I'm so used to saying Phonics. Darth Phoenix sharing this one. It's my Leviathan. He lives deep. Leviathan is connecting with our topic today. It's my Leviathan. He lives deep in the darkest part of the Pacific and you can only see his glowing teeth in the deep darkness, where he crushes you with his tentacles and eats you. It split a Okay, what does it say here? It split a hell clowning ink-like material. Interesting sentence there. It spits, I think, some kind of ink material at you, and he can hide like an octopus, disguising itself as shipwrecks and other stuff. Nice. This hiding and looking as a shipwreck. So you go down trying to look for treasure, and then it gobbles you up. Daichu is his second one here. Looks like a worm. Is as old as the dinosaurs and is responsible for splitting the continents because of his age. He is not so dangerous, just creates some earthquakes. Okay, so it's like a giant worm. Not aggressive, just really big. So I wonder what it feeds on. Maybe earth. Maybe it recycles the earth through its body. Then we have Nanbasin, this one, which looks like another cephalopod. Nanbasin is the monster who is responsible for the sunken ships and planes in Bermuda Triangle. He has gravity powers. Okay, and he's got a lot too. Djinn is the next one. So I'm not going to go back up Darth. Well, maybe I'll read the sizes you mentioned earlier real quick. I'll take that break. The sizes of my kaiju are Daichi, the first one, still unknown how big his size is because he's underground. Djinn is 107 meters. Nanbasin, Basin 119. Leviathan 99 meters. Is that big enough for an earthquake? I guess if he's high enough. And the Wom Ghidorah. Wom Ghidorah. Let's get to that one. 150 meters. So looks like our first one is actually small compared to these upcoming kaijus. Dande's seem pretty small as well. Sorry, guys. I'm going to finish up my portion here. As quickly
just for context, because I'm getting a distinct impression my measurement units didn't give the appropriate scale. 103 kilometers in length equals 64 miles, or at least a little bit over it.
Okay, 64 miles. So that's like, that's like a small state in the United States for some people, or a small country in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
How big is your country, Chris? Do you know?
My country is roughly 400 kilometers across, so 4 times bigger than this length.
Okay, gotcha. Alrighty. Continuing here. People are coming in. Good. Djinn is something like a Shin Godzilla, and the Thing combined. That's powerful. And the Thing combined. The Thing of the Thing. The military created it against kaijus, and it turned fast against them, escaping to the ocean, where it absorbed many life forms to get kaiju size. One of the parts break, fall, life forms. Here, absorb him, maybe. Okay. Fall. I'm trying to absorb many life forms. Parts break or fall, or they become their own life forms. Cool. So when his parts break off, they become their own life forms, like the Thing. But the Djinn tries to reabsorb them because it fears that one of them could absorb him, maybe. Nice. So it becomes a battle of the fittest or the strongest. When parts of the Djinn fall off, like his arm, and it becomes its own monster, it might feed off the original monster, so the original monster has to quickly feed back on it to get it back, or it becomes another competitive monster out there. Hey, there. Welcome. I haven't introduced everybody yet. And lastly, we have the Wom Ghidorah. I haven't updated it yet because I need to think of a power for Ghidorah. Griffo would give it. So Wom Ghidorah, the left head is pro. Has many technical advantages, like it can scan enemies and fin out their...
See if any of them are hot kobolds.
Find out their weaknesses. His breath is a laser combined with gravity beam. He was the head who had the idea to take over the universe and enslave all beings. See, guys, if you let Pro take over the Monsterhood, here's a glimpse of what's going to happen. He's going to enslave all beings.
Don't worry, guys. I'm only gonna go after the Xenos. Don't worry.
The right head is Donde. His beam, cool. It's a the right head is Donde. Damn it. His beam causes nightmares and illusions of all who it hits and seems friendly at first, but then it goes Dondo. But it is the most twisted and evil of them. The middle one is Dio. His beam can freeze everything it hits, and his teeth can absorb any kind of energy. He is the dominant one, who see him as his brothers, the ultimate being, and he can talk in any language in the universe. Oh my.
Yes, because everyone understands Corridioa.
Darth, remind me we have to have a chat after this Monstercast.
And lastly, Wom Ghidorah has a stand called Highway to Hell. It looks like six giant golden hands, and his ability is the control of time, but Wom Ghidorah never used the compiled power of his stand, just the time stopped to show that that it is the ultimate being, and that its spies and that the spies of the universe are afraid of what his full power is. Okay. All right. Mix that up at the end, but yeah. All right. So here we go. Here are two of the heads, and here they are. I forgot. Okay, so Pro is the bottom one here, obviously. The middle one is...
Oh, Pro, I didn't know you were a sub.
Dio, and Donde is the top one, I believe. Beautiful. I love these Monsterhood related creations. And here is an unfinished front view. That's a pretty crazy creature. The sizes of my kaijus, he wrote them again here. Just like you, Arthur, old and angry. Thanks, Jono. That's definitely going to help you with your ranks. Donde, special shoutouts for pros. There, I'll give you that. Pro never finished but talked about kaiju centipede creation. Pro, you did.
I wanted to make the most screwed up thing I could, like a kaiju centipede kind of monster, but then I read Donde's comic and I don't know, I got demotivated.
You got distracted, demotivated, destroyed inside.
I thought you got demotivated because One Punch Man beat you to the thing.
Huh?
One Punch Man literally has 2 giant centipede kaiju.
No,
It really does?
You misunderstand. Not kaiju centipede. You know, like the human centipede?
Yep.
Like a kaiju version of that. That was what I was planning on doing.
Oh my... That
Nice.
would be horrifying.
Yeah.
I just wonder what would be the
immediately
name.
regret bringing this up.
I wonder what would be
I mean, we're
the...
talking about religion-based monsters. that thing would cause a whole lot more prayer in the world because a lot of people would be praying that thing doesn't come anywhere near them.
Yeah.
It would probably be too busy with itself. I wonder what the organization's name would be called that would meddle in such things and creating that.
I don't know about creating it, but I know the only prayer I want in relation to such a thing is the NUKE.
Yep.
You want to nuke it?
Yes, I do not wish such a thing to exist.
All right, guys.
You.
I think we have one last one by Jono. It's a funny one. Mechagodzilla John Hoggum. Here it is. Here's a picture of him with his usual expressionless face.
Arthur.
Yes.
He is pronounced John Hogg, not Hogg.
So
Hogg.
he is. We were discussing this yesterday.
My parents got away, so I can.
Yay.
So the G and the H is silent, so it is home, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
John Hogg.
Yeah,
Real Sandy hours.
that's what I was thinking.
Shut up.
All right, so standing at 45 meters, he's the shortest Mechagodzilla, of course, sent from a doomed future to save mankind in his Terminator form during his battle against Procrastitron and his wasted potential. Anime Mechagodzilla, by the way. The John Hom from the future turned into a much bigger and powerful robot. His powers are enchanted vision due to sunglasses, atomic whisper, do not harm the kaiju ears, double shotgun cannons, jetpack thruster, cloning itself as the future John Hom predicted. The RP crew would have not listened to him and tried to kill him. Instead, he cloned himself and he's able to return every time he's destroyed. His weaknesses are his height and his low capacity to keep a group united. He was also upgraded and now features a golden armor and can turn into a super John Hom that resembles SSJ3's. Okay, I guess Dande and Jono and a little bit of Darth Phoenix here win the points from me for comedic value. Poor John Hom. I don't think he has a chance here among the other kaijus. Okay, that's everything. Let me see here what Louis said. Back onto our topic. There is 69 powerful demons. Why does there have to be 69? I don't know if they qualify into these religion-based monsters. I got the info on Grimorum. Valak came out on the Conjuring movies as the nun. Thank you, Louis Zenadog. Yeah, there are a lot of demons, a lot of named demons. I never finished composing the list of them when I made my other list of monsters. I have over 2,000, as I told you guys before. Then I started making a list of demon ones, and I already hit like 100 just under the letter A. And then I never finished collecting more. And then there's angels, too. There's a lot of damn monsters out there. Okay, so...
Yeah, a lot of demons starts with A. Apparently, religion does not like the letter A.
I see. So maybe that's just the most common letter. Maybe the other ones wouldn't be that.
Or maybe it's just because the opposite of religion is better because they're the first. So they use the first letter of the word to show off that they're number one.
Right. Makes right.
Well, maybe it's just a coincidence.
Ooh, I like that picture you posted, Darth Phoenix.
So are we moving on to the religious monsters already? We're not recapping who's biggest or whatnot?
We're going to recap and ask you guys what you feel, which ones are your favorites. So let me introduce you guys first. We had Darth Phoenix. Welcome, Darth Phoenix. We have Gargamel Gold. Welcome, Gargamel. Welcome, JMPF.
Welcome. Sorry, I'm not necessarily going to be here that much longer.
No worries. Hola, JMPF. And welcome, Jono.
Hey.
Welcome, Chris.
Guten Abend.
Look at all these voices today. Welcome, Dande. Welcome, Procrastitron.
Hello.
And welcome, Sombra. Sombra! All right. Beautiful. We got a lot of voices. How many people we got here today? We got 6, 9, 10 over there. Beautiful. Okay, so guys, let's go down the list here. I'm going to ask the people that didn't maybe necessarily create one to get through this quicker. So Gargamel, which one of the kaijus is your favorite?
It's kind of hard for me to pick, especially since I haven't been here
Mm-hmm.
like for most of the time so far,
Okay.
and I really don't want you to go back over them because I'm kind of a little rushed.
Okay.
But
Which
I'd have
ones
to
did you
say
like?
that I like the toaster one a lot. That one's kind of ridiculous, but I still kind of like the idea. It's unusual.
Awesome.
And if you have to pick the most horrifying, the idea of a giant human centipede one is really beyond terrifying.
Right. All right. So we'll give a point to, well, we'll give a fake point just for fun to Donde and Procrastatron. JMPF was submitted, so we're not going to ask him. Chris was submitted, but Chris, what do you think? I know you...
I find the one that's like Godzilla and the Thing rather horrifying. And let's see, world governments that are watching this stream by some random stroke of fate. That's why you don't play with giant monsters.
Yeah. Yeah. Just don't play with it. If you're going to do it, create AIs and robotics. And even
Oh,
those
that's
we
even
turn
worse.
against. Yeah.
If you want giant monsters, leave it to private contractors, because capitalism will always do something better than the government.
Good
Resident
point.
Evil.
Yeah, don't
JMPF?
forget Resident Evil. I would. Yeah, I think
Good old
I think that
Umbrella.
you don't. That's not necessarily true.
Yeah, Umbrella's point was to do bullshit to the world. It is not a good Samaritan capitalist capitalist endeavor.
JMPF, which ones
Actually,
are your
their
favorites?
original goal was they just wanted to make money selling bioweapons.
Yeah,
It's
the
just later
original.
on they
That's
wanted to
the
make it
problem.
more complex and stuff.
That's the
But that was
problem.
their
They
original
want to
goal. They
sell
just wanted to make money
bioweapons. They
selling
don't want to.
bioweapons, and they had no ethics. It's like nothing, like anything goes basically to them.
See, that's the problem. They want to sell bioweapons and they don't have ethics. They are not making monsters just for because they're cool.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Oh, boy.
why would a capitalist company make monsters just because they're cool?
Think of all the merchandise you can spawn from that.
Okay.
Of course,
That's the same reason
merchandising.
that Umbrella is making monsters, to make money.
There we go.
Yeah, but they're not. They're being assholes about it. Besides, you can make a lot more money by giving something to the populace than specifically to governments only.
Yeah, and for the most part, but I don't think the government would let anyone buy and sell bioweapons like that. Except
Okay, guys.
maybe the government.
Guys,
I'll
we're
break
going
it
off
here.
topic.
There we go.
Valid.
JMPF, if you would like, go ahead and share which ones are your favorites or which ones you liked. Either in voice or in typing. Okay. John,
I think the Ghidorah one.
the Ghidorah one.
The Ghidorah.
Yeah, the World of Monsters Ghidorah one. Right on.
A cool one.
Mm-hmm. Big and powerful, too. Jono? Well, there were two Ghidorah ones, remember, guys? Well, not really. Okay, I was thinking of Chris's as a Ghidorah one, but not necessarily.
No,
He-
it's just one neck, one head. It just
Yeah.
has three muzzles.
There we go.
Like if you've seen that one mutated bird with the two mouths, imagine that,
Mhm.
but in the place of the hole in the middle, it has a beak.
Okay. Yep. I guess that image went viral. Jono, your favorites?
Okay. I am between Dandas and the Ghidorah. I don't know. Those are like the. But I think that I'm gonna go Dandas because actually the original.
Cool.
Like the toaster idea. Don't get me wrong, Darth. Your Ghidorah is awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, Danda's better.
Okay.
Just in case it was missed, because I think Dundee didn't include it, Magmius is basically God's conscience. Because in the story, God is kind of an asshole, and having a conscience when you're destroying and remaking universes for fun kind of gets in the way. So he expunged all of his consciousness out of him, like conscious, not fuck. He's expunged his Jiminy Cricket out of
I
himself,
thought we were talking
and
about
it turned to a dragon.
religion-based monsters, not monsters that were in, like,
I don't know. I'm talking about the
traditional
kaiju
works
thing.
of fiction, not like I was thinking about monsters that would be in like mythology, for example.
We're talking about the kaiju's, Gargamel.
Yeah, we're still
Oh,
on
the
top.
Talking about
kaijus?
my kaiju
Sorry.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, my kaiju, God's conscience turned into a giant dragon.
I see.
And by God, I don't
Interesting.
mean any random God. I mean the big G-man himself.
Cool. Donde, your favorites? I like Chris's one with the three-faced dragon kaiju, and it's a tie between the Ghidorah by Phoenix and John Hogma. John Hom. Nice. Well, there you go. He sent some love back at you, Jono. Pro, which ones are your favorites?
Oh, well, I think everyone did a great job. I'm definitely going to have to choose Donde's one.
Donde's one. Okay, right on.
I like it. It's awesome.
And Sombra? Sombra? Moment of silence for Sombra. He's having his own party. Beach party. Okay. I guess my favorites, I like Dondo's creation. It's funny. It looks cool. It's a pretty original concept. I do like that. The thing combined with the where was that? What kind of kaiju was that? I'm going all over the place. The one with the thing combined with, where was that? With the kaiju, with the other kaiju, I forgot what kind. That was a cool idea.
Godzilla.
What was it?
Godzilla.
Oh, Godzilla. Okay, so the thing combined with, oh yeah, Shin Godzilla. Sounds pretty indestructible. That's a cool idea. I like what Raincrawler did too. I like the work he put into there as well. So I think those are going to be my top ones. And of course, the Wom one featuring our 3 heads. So that'll be my picks as the favorites. And I think if we ever do make this into a contest, I think we'll do it like this. We'll basically say what our favorites are. The one that gets the most points or the most favorited will be the winner. I think that'll be a fun way to do it and an honest way. Alrighty, let's start our topic. Religion-based monsters. Since Gargamel, you're going to be leaving soon, did you want to start off with anything? Gargi? We are calling Gargi. Gargamel Gold. Gargamel Gold. Do you hear
Sorry,
us?
guys. I had a big trouble getting my phone back again.
No
It sometimes
worries.
happens. If I'm gonna go first, I'm probably the least creative here when
Okay.
it comes to this particular monster. I know there are a lot of others, but I just wanted to go with this one. Basically, Satan, Lucifer, like the ultimate big bad of Christianity.
Okay.
And sort of Judaism, but not as much with Judaism. He's not really the big bad in Judaism. And then there's of course the Islamic version of Satan called Iblis.
Okay, guys. Because this topic can run on for a while, especially when we start discussing about history and where these things come in and how messed up some things are, as we are covering different religions here. Let's just try to stick to the monster aspects. What can they do? I'm keeping it simple today so we don't get too deep, since we already did have the artwork reviews. So as far as the Satan goes, or this version of Satan at least, what are the abilities or the size
Well,
and
he
things like
tempts
that. Is it ever
people. He
mentioned?
tempts people to do, evil things, and he's,
Mhm.
like, he can like possess people, and he needs an army of demons. Pretty metal, actually.
True. So we would have never seen him in physical form unless we're dead, but we would see him within other people. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there are a lot of different depictions of, Satan or the devil, whatever you want to call him, throughout history. Like with all the, the artwork and depictions of hell, like Dante's Inferno.
Mm-hmm. Personally, I've
And
always...
then all these, like, movie adaptations that portray him, like Constantine, and then there's the Exorcist, which is at least partly based on a true story.
Yep. Spawn.
So, yeah, Spawn. Spawn has its version of the devil, although that's a little different than the traditional Christian concept, not just in appearance, but in the fact that in the Spawn comics, there are multiple rulers of hell, and he was just like the latest one.
Yeah. Since childhood, I know I've always been attracted to this monster or monstrous form of Satan, that kind of demon form. It's that evil in me. I don't know. It's probably a lot of the pressure of society and such, but whatever the case. I do like the aesthetics of how we often would see the devil portrayed. I see the discussion here amongst you guys. Lucifer was mentioned, and Jono said Lucifer is different from Satan. I think, isn't it that they're different, but in... Chris, yes?
I think Lucifer and Satan are one the same. It's just that Lucifer was his original name when he was an angel before he fell. Before he betrayed God and decided that he was, had to, be as good as God, basically. And before, like, the war in heaven, he was cast down.
He basically wanted to have the same power as God, but he is a fallen angel. He is not a demon.
Right.
As I just wrote, Lucifer from Latin, bringer of light. And in the New Testament, Jesus also referred as, there is no Lucifer, fallen angel in the... Every time you hear the word Lucifer, it's...
Can you repeat that, Jono? Every time you hear the name Lucifer, what?
It's referred to Jesus in the... While in the Old Testament, Lucifer is only when he falls down from heaven. But Satan himself, the big boss, comes from...
Also, in the Bulgarian interpretation of the Christianity, what the myth is that Satan and Lucifer, same thing. The gist of it is that angels have names ending in "il," so his original name was Satanail. However, after God cast him out, he was no longer considered an angel, which removed the "il" part of his name, due to which he became Satana, or Satan. And that's where that comes from. Lucifer is just another way of referring to him, made up by the mortals.
But is it only for Orthodox? Because you think that they are Orthodox?
Yeah, Bulgaria is Orthodox Christianity. I don't know if it's the general stance on Orthodox Christianity or just the Bulgarian interpretation of it, because the name pronunciation is specifically tied to the language.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Italian is just Satan. Have any accent or any sort, but yeah, in Roman Catholic, Lucifer and Satan.
Yeah.
Actually, Satan isn't even seen as a bad guy theoretically, because he doesn't.
Satan's a bro. He will teach your kids sorcery and shit.
Technically, he's not a bad guy. I mean, he is the master of hell. Basically, he just makes bad things to bad guys. So, not bad at all.
There we go. He punishes. He's the strong adult here among the stars. So I think what we've seen and what I've heard throughout my life too is that in some places they're combined to be one thing. But I think originally they were separate things, Satan and Lucifer, that is. So there are different variations of that, and how people also follow their religions, and how different priests push this stuff or
Well,
teach this stuff. I don't know.
Satanism is everything but praising Satan, because while
Yeah.
Christianity spreads a love for next one, for the other, Satanism focuses on loving yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It has nothing to do with rituals, sacrificing, and shit like that.
Ah,
That's
right.
all fake. It has nothing to do at all with that.
So speaking of
One
Satanism,
started.
where are the two forms of Satanism, where you have the one which is a more atheistic type of Satanism, and you just it's very psychological, it's logical, it's not really so religious. There's not really like worship and rituals going on. It's more of a psychological approach. And then there's the Satanism where people do worship a devil and sacrifice and things like that, which people usually confuse with the other Satanist.
Yeah, but even the atheistic Satanists, if you talk to them, even if they don't believe in a god or in a devil, but they still consider it to be a religion. Like the
Right.
Church of Satan is technically considered a faith, even though it is atheistic.
True.
It
And
is
doesn't
a
believe in an
faith
afterlife.
where the
It's a more spiritual thing, but okay, I think we're going off topic because we're not here
basically
to this.
Indeed.
I'd just like
Well,
to
it
know
is
that
related,
specifically
guys,
about the
because we're talking about the devil, and
Yeah, no,
specifically about the atheistic type of Satanism. The thing that is being worshipped is the Luciferian archetype, the celestial rebel, you could say.
Right, the
where
idea.
there's the idea of the celestial rebel,
Mhm.
where you have an established order that's pushed on by something grand, but it does not conform to your personal satisfaction, so you rebel against it. And a lot of people who transition out of being religious to as in dedicated to any major religion to being more transition to Satanism due to how the aspect of it is, and use it to basically indirectly cleanse themselves of to become to set on the atheistic path of just thinking about the world in a more practical and rational sense, following which though there is a possibility of them turning to paganism or returning back to religion, but yeah, that depends on the person.
Sure.
yeah,
I
and
agree
also
on that.
from what I understand, the Satanic Temple and like the Church of Satan, well, at least the Satanic Temple, I think it was, they got started in large part as a way of protesting the encroachment of like Christianity onto our government and stuff. And like, for example, if there's a Ten Commandments monument they're gonna be setting up, like the Church of Satan will then insist that they set up a statue of Baphomet because it's like only fair because you have to do with all religions. And their point is to show the hypocrisy of these like conservative Christians who basically want to impose their religion on everyone else.
Yeah, religion and state should never be one and the same. That's a bad thing.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, guys.
And
I think the topic of. Go ahead, Jonna.
I do think, Arthur, before we get off this topic, though, that one day you should consider doing a Monsters of Mythology episode on Satan, because that would be a pretty interesting one.
It would be. It would be a lot of information.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not only Satan, but all the demons that come from
Mm-hmm.
other mythologies that got into the Christian religion.
I think Satan.
Christian. You should also. I think you should do. You should touch on the Christian version of Satan, which is the most common, and then the version of Satan, which is like in the Old Testament, which is he's pretty much just working for God. But then there's also like the Islamic version of Satan called Iblis.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting too.
Not only in other religions, but other mythologies as well. As I said, Lucifer comes from Roman mythology and other pagan religion. So basically Christianity copy and pasted everything from other religions.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, guys. I think the topic in and of Satan itself is interesting and lengthy enough for a Monstercast of its own. But I would like to even have a monster cast sometime on the different Satans of different religion. That's hard to say, but if you can just take that description and even gods,
You
the
mean
top
different
god.
antagonists of different religions, like what is like the big bag into it in
Right,
different
right.
religions,
Antagonists or hell kind of afterlife leaders, unlike Zeus, the above, the happy
What
place
if I don't
ones.
believe in anything?
So
Oh,
I think it would be an interesting discussion if we would get into like gods that people actually still believe in and such in another monster cast sometime.
Remember,
Maybe,
remember,
yeah.
Arthur, when people stopped believe, the gods became.
Became what? He always cuts off at the end. Stop it, Jono.
I think you said when people
Sorry.
stopped believing in them, the gods became demons.
or angels. The Egyptian gods were basically rewritten as angels in Egyptian mythology. Because you do have the likes of Hor and Thoth as referenced as angels in the Bible.
Right. Yep.
Really?
That's funny.
I didn't
Yes.
know
They
that.
become myths.
There you go. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Good start there, Gargamel. I enjoyed that topic. I can go on with that. Why did I click on that? Okay. Let's go on to next to... I want to let Pro maybe go next because I know he's been around for a while. I don't
Alright.
want him to get burnt out. Go ahead, Pro.
All right, mine is a fictional creature that is related to religion. It's from the Evil Within, and since the Evil Within has monsters that are kind of like in the same way that Silent Hill has monsters that represent something as like kind of a symbolism, the same can be said of the monsters in the Evil Within. They all are symbols of one or another part of Ruvik, the main antagonist's insane mind. So
But
the
Evil
choice
Within is not a religion; it's a video game.
No, the religion within the video game.
it's a religious monster. It's religious monsters. Let me just post here. The monster is called the Trauma, and I'm gonna
Nice.
skip all the extra stuff. I'm basically just gonna go directly to the symbolism.
Okay.
The trauma is a manifestation of the resentment Ruvik held for his father's religion that was forced upon him, and his subsequent concept of death and rebirth, potentially even a mockery of it. This is possibly symbolized by how it is burdened by the wooden beam on its back. And, also, according to the art of the Evil Within, the trauma's restraints were an effect of Ernesto Victoriano forcing his religious beliefs onto his son, Ruvik, with this design clearly being inspired by crucifixion of heretics and non-believers.
Nice.
So
Love
yeah,
it.
basically it's a monster devised by a crazy scientific genius. It pretty much represents his disdain of religion that was forced
Very
upon
cool.
him as a young child.
Very cool, Pro. I would love to make a versus video between this guy and Pyramid Head from Silent Hill.
Oh no! Then you have to do the Keeper.
The Keeper.
Keeper versus Pyramid Head.
Ooh, can I see an image of that?
Yeah, let me guess.
Sweet. Okay, that's a nice share there. Love that idea. I love monsters that are created off of abstract or off of ideas. Like a board game that I have, the Deep Madness one. It has one that's bathophobia and the different phobias, and they're represented in this monstrous form. That's always exciting. I think maybe on my next art contest that I'll be running in October, I should do something like that as a challenge and as a contest. I'm sure Dande will come up with cool things like that too. Abstract monsters. So that's the Keeper. Okay, gotcha. He's more relative or related to the Pyramid Head. Cool.
Yeah.
That'd be fun to watch. They both have their aprons on. They know how to stay clean. Cool. Thank you, Pro. That's a interesting one for sure. Any thoughts, guys?
Well, it's definitely creepy.
Just makes me want to play the game even more. Alrighty. Let's continue. Let's go with Darth Phoenix. Do you have anything to share today? If you do, type it out. I'll read it for you. Please don't paste a book on here, as my voice will run out. Let me catch up with Louis Zenadog, our faithful watcher over on YouTube. He did like the Wom Ghidorah one, as far as the kaijus went. He says, my most known religious monster to pick is the Grim Reaper, since he is the essence of the end of life and the journey to come. I like that idea. There was a show I watched lately. It's on Amazon Prime if you guys have it. It was called Dead Like Me. It's this girl and she becomes a Grim Reaper basically. She dies. But I really enjoyed it because it also had the actor from Princess Bride, the Spanish one, the Spanish swordsman, and he's an awesome actor. He just, I don't know, he seems very charming just as a person.
Now, see, you mentioned Spanish opera and Grim Reaper. For some reason, this scene from a Spanish movie, I think it was. I'm not sure where it originates, but basically it's this man and woman who are being approached by a man dressed all in black who's a vampire. And so the vampire approaches them, and the man raises a cross and is like, does the, begone foul creature or something. It was the religious thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the vampire just laughs and is like, "Oh, you fool! My ancestors were Jews." So the cross in effect, and so the guy is like, "Okay, then how about this?" He raises a swastika like, "Heil Hitler!" And the vampire goes, "Ah!" as if it's hurting him physically.
Nice.
That's actually not funny. That's kind of dumb and offensive. I'm not trying to
Edgy.
hear anything.
That's
but
the point.
Creepy. Because Nazis murdered innocent people, and it's like kind of like.
Yeah. Well, it's like.
Okay.
No.
Can we not mock them?
It's like jokes about rapists and rape. It's.
Yeah, it's.
You got to
it's a
know how
bit
to do
much.
it as a comedian, or you'll get screwed forever. So. It's touchy ground.
Dark humor is the best humor. It has its time and place for everything, and I personally found that particular bit to be hilarious.
I agree.
Well, I'm sorry, guys. I have to go now.
What are we talking about?
Okay.
See you, Gargamel. Thank you for
I'll see
Satan.
you guys later. I'm kind
Hey,
of
old
too hungry to
Gargamel.
continue this anyway.
Cool. Thank you,
You guys
Gargamel.
have a nice day.
Take care.
Bye.
You take care.
So may I share the religious monster that I have selected for today?
So hold on. I wanted to finish this one, and then Darth Phoenix, since he did put up his.
Of course, sorry.
So my quick question. Also, if you guys are Monty Python fans here, I think in The Meaning of Life, there was one of the funniest scenes in that movie was where the Grim Reaper came in and they're all having dinner and they ate poisoned stuff and they didn't want to go and they were confused. Very funny scene. Shout out to British humor. So what I wanted to mention now is the Grim Reaper is that entity. I'm not sure of the lore of it. I'm really intrigued by it, where it comes from. Do you guys know if it's from a certain religion? Is it from the Abrahamic religions?
The Grim Reaper specifically, no, but the concept of a creature of death that goes around and gathers the damned is basically present in all religions. I very much like this. Let me try to find this. There's a video called the Death Signer, as in a death designer, and it's adorable, where it includes the quote-unquote Grim Reapers of the various corners of the world.
Okay. So no clear answer on that. Yeah, there are figures like that. Because I'm thinking the Grim Reaper kind of came in later, maybe through some kind of folklore. So
Let me see.
yeah, check that out, guys. I'm gonna share
see
Phoenix's post, and then I'll get back to you. Yeah.
Okay, because that itself comes from Roman and Greek mythology, but it was the god Than.
Mm-hmm.
Let me
Yes,
see.
Thanatos.
Okay,
the
so
god of
again, a
dawn.
different kind of entity.
Okay. The first time that actually Grim
Speak
Reaper
clearly, Jono,
was
because
used.
you're cutting out a little.
was used in Slavic paganism.
There we go.
Here it says that Slavic tribes saw death as a beautiful woman dressed in a white dress who had a stick in her arm, and using this stick, it killed people.
Huzzah, we gave the
So
world the Grim Reaper. Nice.
basically,
Huh. Okay, so it was originally a lovely lady. I prefer that one,
yeah,
personally.
I don't, I don't know where
I think, like I said, like
the
through folklore and possibly media stories and movies, they developed this Grim Reaper form of this skeleton, maybe even from Halloween. Um, it changed. A lot of things developed like that, even, the customs of Halloween and stuff. So, okay, look into that one later. I like that one. That's a good one to cover in Halloween or October. Okay, Darth Phoenix said, mine are the Djinns, the Islamic demons. They're like typical demons, but their strength is shown by their color. Oh, I didn't know that part. I don't know which colors, he says. And they like to transform into dogs and snakes, and they can transform into different forms too. Correct. Even when I was doing the ghouls video, ghouls were related to Djinn sometimes.
someone
Cool.
said cool.
Ghoul.
Hmm.
Someone said
Sorry,
ghoul. By the way, that is her hashtag word always is ghoul. Ah, where's Z? For some reason, I thought of him.
He has, for some mystical reason, not been coming around. I don't know why.
And he's on.
I'll ping him.
Yeah, let's ping him. Everybody ping
Spiders,
him.
maybe?
Z, get your bony,
Hello.
metallic.
I managed to find that Death Designer video thing. It's real adorable.
Okay, so the interesting
Guys may
aspect
watch
here
it on your
on
own time.
Djinns was, yeah, I didn't know that they were shown their strength by color. I've never heard that part. So fascinating one. I think djinns in themselves would be an interesting topic to discuss as well. And I'd like to see more djinns out there. Not in movies only, but like in video games. I think that could be an interesting
Not
aspect.
a fun.
Okay, catching up here, and Chris shared the video here. Let's see if I can play it. Oh, it's on Vimeo. Look at that. It has class. All right, so you guys can watch that at your leisure. There's no spider here. See, yeah, he's been on a lot lately on Discord at least. Who knows? I just hope he feels comfortable here, and that's never the
He
reason why
doesn't
people
like
leave.
us anymore.
Okay, carrying on. Chris, did you want to still share something?
Yes, the religious. There's one religious monster in particular that I want to share about that hasn't been discussed really at all, despite being a pretty famous creature, I'd say. It has quite the wide variety of powers. It can basically see the future. It has the power to. It has necromantic power, so it raises the dead. Literally also possesses the power of transmutation, so turning one thing to another. And it's quite scary. It's also a very much so hate. It's a kind of an anti-desecration entity, as if someone it comes from Christian mythology. So if someone desecrates a religious site like a church or temple, it is going to basically throw a hissy fit and destroy whatever the thing that desecrated the place is. And it is basically immortal, as once you slay it, even if you destroy it, like very brutally mangle it and kill it through immense torture, it is going to take it less than half a week in order to restore itself back to life. And it also noted to have a super strength, as it has what's called it has moved things of immense weight away, and depending on how well behaved you are, you could say, it has also been known to grant boons to good people, essentially, that, based per the religion, like curing illnesses or, what's it called? Disabilities or stuff like that. And it's actually, but when it is both scary and adorable at the same time. And normally you wouldn't recognize it because it is taking when it mingles when it goes about its day, because it doesn't travel super fast. It just transforms into a beautiful man and mingles along with the people. Now I'm pretty sure all of you are wondering what monster I'm referring to. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna post a picture of it right now.
Okay, I thought I missed something. Ah, there we go.
Oh,
That's cute.
hey, you got me.
Good thing we have a lively bunch here, so shouldn't be any issues.
I got you
Alrighty.
guys.
Yeah. We have fun here.
There we go. We're a bunch of fun guys.
See, but yeah, question: where's the lie in anything in all the things that I said? Where's the lie?
Anyone?
Mm-hmm.
Where was it, Chris?
Oh yeah, that was me.
Ah. Nice.
So silent.
Interesting.
Yeah, Jesus got us speechless. Fuck me, Jesus.
All right. There you have it.
We need water and wine.
Jesus, don't you mean John Hogg?
And anyway,
No,
malevolent.
John Ogm is good.
Remember, either way, malevolent or benevolent, or how you believe these things to be, monster is still the appropriate term here if they are non-human or non-identified. So there you have it. Jesus is a monster, as are gods, in the book of World of Monsters. Just to clean that out, or clear that out. Anything to say about that, guys? I know you were shocked with that. Are you all enlightened right now?
Yes.
Everybody's floating in the abyss.
Yes, I reject Christ.
Is there anything... Okay, so speaking of Jesus, we're not going to go too deep. It's not going to be Satan deepness again. The Christian demigod Jesus is awesome. Is there anything that Jesus was recorded to do negative? I mean, other than different religions or certain Satanists saying it's a
okay.
lie and this and
I-
twisted minds. But is there something recorded
have
that he
this.
did wrong? Yes, John.
I don't. I am not that fond of the Bible, but I remember which he met uh, a kid, like years, standing aside with dead father, and the boy asked this follow him, supposed, but he said, okay, you can come with me, but you have your father. But in Judaism, that when a parent died, the children have to bury them, and basically Jesus just told him to leave his father on the road.
Jesus said, come with me if you want to live. Wait, so what did you say, Jono, exactly? I couldn't hear him.
No, yeah, I don't remember the exact word. Just say that, leave your father behind and come with.
I see. So a little bit of selfishness in that supposed story of that. Okay. Okay. I'm just curious. I want to nitpick the subject a little bit, you know. because why not?
Also,
It's
remember
religion.
that time he basically destroyed a market just because it was in front of a temple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was about to mention that.
What happened again?
Inside. It was inside, I think.
No, it was in front of the entrance. Mistaken.
So from the
I
entrance
think
of
we
it.
read different books, I think. As I remember, it
I
was inside. I don't remember
haven't read the Bible.
And what?
where it was inside. I think it was inside. I don't know. Can we return to topic, please?
But what happened? He destroyed the temple, or what?
No, destroyed the market that was in front or inside
I see.
the temple in Jerusalem.
Okay, well, I mean, there has to be some stuff, because even looking at the angels and such destroying entire cities, there's always something in the Bible, something destructive, something twisted a little bit. I mean, it is composed of a lot of older tales and changed and, such. Like the religion or not, it brought us a lot of nice mythology. I just think it's a little, as far as mythology goes, overrated, because there's a lot of other mythology that's just called mythology that people don't follow anymore much, but it has, a lot of interesting aspects. But nonetheless, I'm not going to get into that. It all brought us some interesting monsters and stories nonetheless. Okay, let's go on. Thank you, Chris, for that. Stomper. Gargamel would have had some fun with that. Let's go on to Dande. Dande, what do you have for us
Wait,
today?
Arthur, you skipped me.
I skipped you, Jono. Oh, I'm so sorry. I really didn't mean to do that. No, I didn't. I'm kidding. Jono, it's your turn. Please.
No, let down the. And I will speak after him.
Okay. Just make sure you get closer to your microphone again like you did last time once you go.
Yeah, sorry.
There you go. You sound beautiful. Dande,
On
all
that
eyes
note,
on you.
gentlemen, I will need to pass on. Is a slate. I have to get up early, so I wish you a good night.
Alrighty, Chris. Thank you
All
for
right.
everything today.
Good night, Chris.
You have a good night.
Good night.
Bye, Chris.
week. All right. Dando's
Pathetic.
cooking up something. Pathetic. All these levers. We'll put them in their own group of early levers.
Put them in a little box of shame. Little fairy box of shame.
All right. Darth Phoenix is sharing. Dondo's... Something's up with Dondo. Even this thing says do not disturb. So, Jono, are you ready?
Oh, Dante did. Oh,
He's doing something evil.
You have two things first.
Okay.
I want to stand and discuss them for much. They are one from Christian religion and the other from a pagan one.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna start with the Christian one, and it's the Leviathan from the Old Testament.
Cool.
It basically, I don't remember what Leviathan means, but he is the god of the sea, or the demon, don't remember quite. Basically from the Bible on, especially during the 18th century, basically every sea monster gathered the name Leviathan.
Right.
And since I really love the sea fish, sea monsters, yeah, Leviathan is for sure my favorite Bible
Awesome.
monster. Also, this is an old depiction from Gustave Doré. I also found this more modern one while looking at it. I really liked it because it resembles my favorite Mastodon album, which is also called Leviathan. Oh, Dante just shared his Dante.
Oh, okay. Just a moment.
Just gonna
So,
finish, and then I will just leave Dante's space. And then
yeah.
the other one comes from Nordic religion, comes from Norse hidden religion. This is the Jotun or Jotun, you can call him as you want, even
Hold
though
on,
the
Jono.
correct pronunciation is Jotun.
Hold on, Jono. Back to the Leviathan before we continue with the next one. I don't want to confuse people. So on the topic of Leviathan, do you know what the original description was of this creature by words?
Oh, no. If I'm not mistaken, should be a sea serpent, but it changed a lot, I think. I don't
I
remember.
think so. Okay.
I
That would be a
haven't
good
made
one to.
my homework.
Yeah, yeah. I think that'll have to be my homework eventually. I think that's a good one to research. I like that new
Yeah,
depiction.
while you make my John Hogme emoji, you can also research Leviathan.
Thank you, John. Well, thank you for telling me exactly what to do. Um, I like that second one, the new one with the sperm whale head. That one's a pretty awesome one.
Yeah, I took it because it resembles the Mastodon's cover. It's my favorite Mastodon album.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay. Well. Okay, continue with the next one, the Jotun. By the way, an awesome
Yeah.
Jotun out there in the movie.
Yeah, the ritual. I still have to watch it because it was as dark as Godzilla 2014, so I need to watch it
Indeed.
with darker lights. So, comes technically it is translated to giant, but it's not a giant like a Cyclops or proper giants. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find any more deeper informations on what they do or what their powers are, unfortunately. But from what I know, they are basically keeper of the forest, and they are basically guardian spirits or creatures, physically.
Very cool. So that's of the Nordic religion. And
Yeah,
Leviathan
it comes
is.
from Norway.
Yeah. And then Leviathan was of the Abrahamic religion.
Yeah, Judaism.
Very cool. Okay. Okay. Thank you for sharing, Jono. Two quite awesome
Thanks.
ones. I wonder that Jotun, because that image you shared looks like the one from the movie, but the one that is often mentioned in other artworks and drawings looks quite different. So I was wondering how the original look of the
Yeah.
Jotun was.
Wait, let me search for something.
Right on.
Because yeah, it's often depicted differently.
Because Jotuns were also the giants too, right? Unless I'm
Yes.
confusing it. Yeah. So when they
Yes.
showed this in the movie,
For
everybody
example,
was
this-
confused. Originally in the movie, I thought it was a Wendigo the whole time. Yeah, there you go. So they were like
This one.
giants.
This is an old depiction of the Jotun, because Jotun literally means
Mm-hmm.
giant from Old Norse. So, I don't know, but I really like that depiction.
Yeah,
Or
the
how they
newer
made
one
it.
is cool, but it's obviously a newer one. There's not too much in old mythology that look like that. Beautiful, lovely, Dando, or Dande. What did you say, Louis? The Greek monsters are religious based. If you are Greek, indeed. Most mythological ones are, unless they're folklore, right? So it's going to be usually folklore based or religion based if it's mythological. So mythology is the big umbrella underneath which falls religion based, folklore based, cryptid based. Good point. Okay, Dande. I'm going to go with the Greek monster Cerberus, which is the guard dog of the underworld. He's been used through Greek and Christian mythology from time to time, and I didn't know this, but according to one site, his heads are supposed to represent past, present, and future. I did not know that. Thank you, Dande.
Ooh.
You will get a watermelon for that. Uh-oh, now Jono's going to cry. I better give him one too, just because he posted the original picture of the Jotuns. There we go. Calm down, Jono. Calm down. Don't get your panties in a bunch. Oh, he's already upset. Okay, so that is cool about the Cerberus. I didn't know that. That's another creature, I think, that was spawned by the big duo, the couples that created a lot of the monsters. I'm not sure. I think so. I'm speaking, of course, of Echidna and who's the other person? It might have even been the god Poseidon. I'm not sure. Who created together, who fathered and mothered this creature. It's funny that they didn't just create them like a ritual or in thin air like magic. They had to actually breed and create and give birth to these wicked, crazy looking things. It's so fun with Greek mythology. And this Cerberus even had reptilian features to it too, the original one. So interesting creature. And I love that representation with the heads. Again, some bit of abstractness into the monster. Extra points from me if you add something abstract to your monster. There you have it. Oh boy, now John was getting too much.
Speaking of Cerberus,
I'm taking off my watermelon.
stop, Arthur.
It's getting overdone.
In Christian mythology, Dante, when he wrote the Divina Commedia, basically in the Christian Cerberus, he also had mistaken that yes, there's 3 dogs, but he also has like a man crawling out of his since he devours the undead. He basically had man crawling, but I don't remember correct.
Okay. I hope everybody caught that. And yes, Dande. Yes, I was mistaken that the god was Typhon. Typhon and Echidna, they parented a lot of the big monsters out there, among which were the Gorgons, I think, as well. That's why I knew that. Okay, guys. We'll be hitting upon the topic of our next discussion. So if you're watching us on YouTube, hold on a sec. Let's see what we're going to talk about next so you can get excited. I will be releasing a video here on this channel fairly soon. It's going to be an update on what I've been doing there. For those of you that have been following along, well, I've only got 1 episode so far. I guess my shout out, I'm not going to shout out any monsters of religion. There's 2 that I've done. I have a series over on YouTube in our World of Monsters channel that's called Gods and Goddesses and Deities. I like the word deities just because it's not sex-based. So in that series, I've created 2 videos thus far, and that is Loki of Nordic mythology as well as Quetzalcoatl of Mayan and Aztec mythology. Quetzalcoatl, a very interesting one. So I do recommend those videos to you, particularly the Quetzalcoatl one, as that is a more recent video than the Loki one I did. And I put quite a bit of research on that. I actually went to the library and picked out some information, as Quetzalcoatl is quite a ambiguous figure in the mythology there. And some groups, such as the, what are they called? The Mormons. I forgot the other name for them. Mormons have some pretty odd beliefs, if you know anything about Mormons. They are Abrahamic based, but then they're very United States based, the religion is. They even believe that Quetzalcoatl was a representation.
There are Mormons in Italy too.
Oh, you do? Oh, they've spread. Right, but they found the book in the United States under a rock, so really they are spanned from the U.S. Sorry. So they even believed that Quetzalcoatl was a form of Jesus, maybe, because that's the interesting thing about Quetzalcoatl itself is there's like bearded representations and things like that of him. So other than the snake kind of serpent god. So it's really fascinating. But then again, the Mormons have answers to everything, even Bigfoot as well, which I mentioned in my Bigfoot video. It's a fun religion to involve nonetheless in these studies. What I wanted to mention, I guess shortly, I've done it many times before, is all the serpents and reptilians, dragons that are involved in all sorts of religions and how they have a very high level impression on the religions. Again, this goes into a lot of conspiracies, which I love to entertain in. David Icke is an amazing speaker. Think of him what you will. Believe of what he says what you will. He's still an amazing speaker. I will give him that. And he's the one that, brought up a lot of the conspiracy of reptilians running the world and all this stuff. Whatever. It's fun, though.
Arthur believes in that shit.
No, not necessarily. But the interesting part of it is that you do have the reptilian thing in all throughout the world. And in Vietnam, even you have the dragon queen of the sea, and she bred with the dragon and created all the leaders of that country. And then China has their own, and then Quetzalcoatl, and then in Africa. So all over the place. So I do want to shout that out as well as part of the monsters of religion. And world creations, I guess, because that's also world creation mythology. There we go. That's a way to put it. Jono, with that comment, I'm going to revoke some more watermelons from you.
Oh,
That's your reply now, huh? Okay. JMPF, thank you for sharing that. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to go too much into that. We are an hour and a half in. Let's talk about our next topic. And the silence. The silence.
What are the
let's
choices?
see.
Well, that's up to you guys. I'll try to figure one out since everybody's quiet. I'll probably pick one of the ones I've had previously. I'm going to go with the monster in your pocket. The miniature monster idea that I had before. 2 monster casts ago.
Oh
that
my.
nobody's voting for. Nice. That was good. Good
I'm
timing.
sorry.
That was perfect. So my suggestion is going to be monster. If you were to miniaturize any monster out there into little miniature size that can fit in your pocket, that you can keep as a pet, have as a friend, unless they're still too powerful in that size, who would you pick to be your little pet or your friend, depending on the monster?
Arthur, you have my vote. I know what to talk about. You have my vote. Pocket monsters.
I think calling it pocket monsters is what sold it the most. I should have just called it that last time. Okay.
No. Believe it or not, it's not going to be Pokemon. Don't worry.
No. Okay. Needed this guy sooner or later. There's a lot of imagery over here of this guy, oddly enough. What are you talking about, Pika?
Done.
Typhon? That is a cool image of Typhon. It's modern, but it's pretty damn awesome. Typhon. Typhoon. Typhon is such a cool name because it has the word that stemmed from it, typhoon. Just sounds powerful. You can't have a Typhon being a little puppy, you know. Of course you can. It'll be a funny name, but nah, Typhon just sounds like it'll rip your ass apart. Okay. Extra dimensional monsters. Beautiful suggestion, Jono. You got a point back from me. No, you got a half back. You got a half back. That was an attack on me, Jono. So you got a half of a watermelon back.
Give me my melon, Art.
He's so demanding. So emotionless and demanding, always. And he quietly follows you around and says that. You guys don't know the truth here. The Greek monsters are share the hell out of them, folks. Cool, Louis. Thank you. See, Louis gets like 5 watermelons. He's supporting me. He knows what's up. That's why he's the Zen dog.
On YouTube though?
He's actually here too. He's just not too active here because
okay.
Discord, you know. But he's been everywhere.
Send them watermelons over.
The cool
YouTube.
thing with
It's the thought that counts.
Exactly. Here we go. Watermelons. Damn it. How do I type this out? Actually, Louis follows us over on... Oh, we do have an image. There you go, Louis. Yay. Give me ranks and melons. Oh, damn it, that's Chano. I thought that was Louis messing around. Oh, he's a sick man. Okay. The cool thing with Louis is he's over in our Facebook group. He's over in our Discord. He follows both of our channels. He has his own channel where he shouts us out pretty often. I recommend you go follow Louis Zenadog's channel because he does little fun videos, creepy ones, as well as reviews of different Predator toys, as well as monster artwork, and comes up with all these different xenomorph forms and such. Pretty cool stuff, and I always appreciate the shout-outs, Louis. He also supports Shelves Hot Pencil, the other host that we've had, so he's been close with us for a while now. So, there we go. See, Jono? That's the kind of praise you want to earn if you want to get those watermelons. I don't see you in our Facebook group, buddy. I'll say it. Oof. All right. No worries. Thank you, Louis. And your brother or friend that has a similar name like you, Louis? Okay. Mutant monster. Okay, so we have, these are our suggestions. Let me write them out. Looks like enough. We have extra dimensional.
Racist.
I want to hear you say that. Did you just call me racist?
Nice. Oh, great. Believe it or not, I was just about to make like a comment how you're insulting John, and he's like racist. And great.
Oh, resisted.
At least I wasn't turned into ashes during the 40s.
Oh.
Okay.
Give John a melon.
I'm joking.
I'm gonna give John 2 melons for that. I'm gonna give John 2 melons for that joke.
Oh. Extra dimensional. And mutant monsters. We all love you, Jono. You're just moving too quickly up here, and people are getting offended by it.
Okay, yeah, I am kind of getting offended by how fast he's gaining all these ranks. Not gonna lie.
That was good wording, then.
Ain't my fault. I get things done.
That's.
Yeah, it's not my fault. You have thick skin.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's not your fault. You're using a good silly face from the start. The imagery, Jono. Okay.
He's pretty brutal.
Time for me to leave. He had been mistreated. He's backing up. He's just backing up, but he's still facing you. His eyes are still locked on you. Louis says, I have 2 brothers, but they are always busy, so I'm not... Oh, okay. I know it's somebody with a similar name to yours. You introduced, or they found out World of Monsters through you. We can have a little fun since Louis is pretty much the only one watching us, so we don't have to be pressed for time right now. Anyway, we finished pretty early, considering us. Arthur has an obsession for John. No, I have a obsession for John Hockham himself. There you go. Timestamp that. Okay. So extra dimensional monsters, pocket monsters, and mutant monsters. All right, guys. Extra dimensional. You know what that means? Pocket means if you can shrink one. And mutant means, well, mutant. Ends up leaving the race for Arthur. Right, Jono. Oh, yeah, and congratulations for surpassing me finally in a level here on Discord, yeah. Jono. Good job.
I think I deserve something for that. It has been my quest since I arrived.
Yeah. Okay, here you go. Here's a watermelon.
Yay.
Well done, Jono. Well done. We've all appreciated you here. You've been a good guest. You've only been here for, what, like 3 months now? Let that be a motivation and inspiration to you guys out there. Look what you can accomplish here in 3 months.
Yeah,
Arthur, I thought you were hating him yesterday.
Pro is just boiling. I'm loving and hating, Pro. That's how it works with you guys.
Yay.
You never make me feel bored. Hey, John, don't be upsetty. Have some spaghetti. It's
Danger
great.
noodle.
There's a lot of time spent on here, but alas, my time here won't be so often. Stop it, Donde. Don't give me that shit.
Oh yeah, no, he's doing that thing. he's doing that thing.
He's switching over.
I remember.
Me and Pro are going to be very active in other servers.
Excellent. Somebody's going to be very active to replace me too. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I will.
Again, that teaser talk that's going to last for like another year.
Substitute teacher.
Yes. Okay, Louis says mutant monsters. What do you guys say? Oh, you guys did your votes with emojis? No, you didn't this time. No, just
not yet. Wait, let me go.
Just type it out. Type it out.
Where's the post?
No, I'm not scrolling up. Pro.
Uh-oh.
I can't even find it.
I'm gonna vote for Pocket Monsters.
I feel like my post was deleted. I think Jono deleted my post.
Yeah, I think it was John. It's definitely
No,
John.
I didn't.
Wow,
No,
Jono, you
no,
deleted my
John.
post?
no. Oh no, I
Holy
didn't.
moly.
First posting Sandy content, now you're deleting posts? Oh, for shame,
No.
man.
What the hell?
You can No, I did not.
Where is it then? I don't see any posts from me. What? Where did that post go? I never posted it. There we go.
Arthur, you dum-dum.
Ah, that was beautiful. Especially since it was genuine. Oh my goodness, that was awesome. I still like blaming you, Jono. And Jono's like, no, it wasn't a me. I'm like, Jono,
Mamma mia!
poor guy. He just makes pizza. Leave the guy alone. Sorry, Jono, here you go.
Stereotypes.
Superb ending. Okay, spitting all over my microphone. Watching us.
There goes your reputation with the PC crowd, Arthur.
What is it? He's leaving again. He's so slow. He really doesn't want to leave. You broke my heart. Okay, let's see here. So we got
Stop
pocket
being
pocket.
racist with me.
I'm close enough
Why
to
do
you.
I have
Leave
to
the-
be balanced?
Arthur, leave the plumber alone, please.
The plumber. Oh, shit. I'm close enough in relation to you, Jono, since my blood's from Poland, so, when you have a friend that's like that, you can make fun of them. And that whole race, you have that ability, as the rule goes.
Mamma mia.
All right, so JM voted pocket, mutant. We got 2 for mutant, 3 for pocket, and that's all I see. You're old and forget things very. God, Jono, you are. I'm taking that watermelon back. Old and racist now.
Sounds like my grandpa. No, joking. He's okay. I'm joking. He's a very nice man.
Yeah, you should have went with the uncle thing.
Yeah.
Welcome to WOM, Jono, Donde says. Okay, so hopefully the train will come back.
It depends on how you treat me, Arthur.
Did you really just capture an image of me laughing? You are sick, Jono. I can definitely give you. I'll reward you for that. Look at that. That's how you move up here, and he's on the phone too. That is impressive.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Damn, if you guys can just put that skill into editing videos for me.
Following you on Instagram has been the best choices I've been having to take.
It's not too exciting. I'm gonna keep it more artsy there, but.
Donde, shut up.
Louis
Shut up,
said,
Donde.
What did Donde
Delete
say?
that.
Uh-oh. Louis said, we care about you, Jono.
I agree with Danda.
See, Louis cares about you too, Jono. Oh, mamma mia, porco dio. Jono has been created. 8-3. Wait, Jono, you started here in 8-3-19?
No.
Okay,
I
no,
joined,
that's that. Okay, what am I
April
saying?
14th. No, you just said porco dio. It literally means God pig, or God is a pig.
Oh.
To add a verb.
So, okay, so you started here in April. You said you
That's
started
what I mean.
RPing in April too. You're so full of it, Jono. You didn't start RPing as soon as you joined. Come on
Yes,
now.
I did.
Yes, I did.
Arthur, is the stream still going?
Yes.
Oh crap!
Don't think your soothing voice will win me over, Jono. Yeah, but yes, I did, Arthur. I started it at that time.
Let Donde.
I did my first RP message on April 2019 at 22 and 36 Italian time zone.
Jono.
Yeah, Okay.
Suspies.
Sorry for interrupting, but I think we should let Donde announce the next Monster
Indeed.
Maker challenge,
Thank
as
you,
said
Pro.
here by Dark Phoenix.
Look at that,
And
Pro.
we
Give
Pro
a
is
melon
so.
for Mind.
Uh,
No.
we also have
No, I'm only saying it. It was Darth who reminded me.
yeah,
Who reminded
yeah,
us. He's
yeah.
the real
You don't want to
MVP.
take credit for something good. That was
we also still
Proactivatron
need
talking through you.
to announce the next stop we've done.
Okay,
obviously gonna be
so
talking, man, come
Donde.
on.
Okay, first of all, let's announce the next one. The next one, Arthur is blasphemous. The next topic, number 44, Monstercast,
yes.
will be pocket monsters. That's right. If you can shrink any monster into pocket size, which one would it be? And, well, why, of course. And Donde, what is the next Monster Maker challenge?
Night monsters.
Night monsters. Monsters that come out of the night is the theme for August. Louis, if you want to join in, you can even make a video in reply. We can play it here, but probably without the sound if we do. Either way, or just send us your artwork. Anybody else out there that wants to jump in, just post it in the Creating Monsters area here. And yeah, Donde, I guess remember, as soon as they post it, drop it into a folder so you don't have to scroll up later, and then we can share it at the end of the month. So, night monsters. We only come out at night. I have already 2 more. Oh boy, Darth is going to go nuts with it again. Darth, you are a phenomenon. Let's see. Louis says, some folks never heard a man, but then again, some folkole. Oh, darn it, I never win.
Oof.
When,
But you know who does always win? Darth Phoenix.
yeah,
At least when it comes to gambling with the bots.
yeah. Darth
Yeah,
Phoenix is a
that
whole
was
other thing to reckon with. Alrighty, folks. We're nearing the conclusion here. We have pretty much done that a while ago. Now we're just screwing around, because why not? We have these after hours sometimes, and that's what happens during them. It gets pretty fun here. We often get even more laughs after the lights go off. Okay, that sounded perverted. After the stream goes off. How about that?
You know what happens when the stream goes off. The real
See,
time
Jono, you just ruined everything. I just cleaned up the perverseness, and you just made it perverse again. And with the John Holm face. Just show me that train again. Show me that train leaving.
No.
No. We'll make sure to keep you here. There.
Oh
you go.
yeah, and John, since I was here first, I was here before everyone. It's technically still weekend with pros, so no. Real World of Monster hours and Agalok hours, no.
Yes.
Whoa.
Stop
Ooh,
it.
the battle.
Yeah.
It's weekend with pro.
Damn it. Nice. Zoomed in. We need Griffin here to act as a referee. Dondo just enjoys this stuff too much, so we can't count on him. He wants to see the blood. Weekend with Pro. When was Weekend with Pro? Anyway, guys, if you enjoy Pro, Pro has some
whenever
days.
it's okay. Whenever it's somebody's birthday, I will sing you a happy birthday song.
Yay. Can't wait for my birthday then.
And we need to find that video for everybody, Pro.
I'll sing the video. I'll sing the lyrics.
Right. If we can't find somebody's name in that video, we just play the video and then yell their name. Something. Alrighty. Okay, so we're gonna end the stream now. Thank you, Louis, out there, for watching us, and anybody else, and in the future.
Arthur, I haven't posted.
You haven't shared? What? Did we skip JM? JM, share, please. See, Jono, you attention hog? You got all the attention. Everybody's petting you, giving you pizza and watermelons. And look at poor JM, silent in the corner, crying,
What?
all alone.
What are you talking about?
Okay, one more monster to share. One more religion-based monster. So sorry, JM. He's disappointed. He's evil. Revelations 9. Okay, let's do this. If you can hang on a sec, Louis, I'm sure you'll know this one. Arthur, disappointed. Okay, I'll do a video. Take care, Monsterites. Have a great weekend. I gotta eat some goat. Some goats at a Texas ranch. Okay, I shouldn't have read the Texas ranch part. It would have sounded weirder. Hold up a bit, but my hunger rides up. Okay, either way, Louis,
We
see you
don't know
next
what
time.
Arthur
And
wants to eat.
if you do share a video or make a video, let me know when next Monstercast, and yeah, we'll play it here. Thank you, man. You rock. Okay, JMPF 7. The shape of the locusts was like horses prepared for battle. On their heads were crowns of something like gold, and their faces were like the faces of men. 8. They had hair like women's hair. Their teeth were like lions' teeth, and they had breastplates like breastplates of iron. And sound of their wings was like the sound of chariots with many horses running into battle. They had tails like scorpions, and there were stings on their tails. Their power was to hurt men 5 months, and they had as king over them the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in Hebrew, shut up, is Abaddon, but in Greek he has the name Apollyon. Ooh, Apollyon. Oh, that was awesome. The creature in this image is it's not a lamas. Is it a lamasu? I'm confusing it with another monster.
It is.
It is a lamasu? Okay. Beautiful share. And there were also, if you guys... Okay, pop quiz, guys. Pop quiz to see how much you were listening and how your monster knowledge is. Okay, let's see who answers it first. We're gonna throw watermelons at the one that answers first correctly in the text area. What other monster do you see being mentioned within that text? Come on, it's very clear. It's very clear. Who's first? Again, 2 times. Realizes you
King
forgot something.
Ghidorah, crowns or something like gold.
You got to type it in so we can give you watermelons. Like, it wasn't mentioned there, but there's a reference, a very clear one, because only this one particular monster has that. Which one is it? No, Jono. King Ghidorah. That's your answer to everything. Santa Claus.
No, Manila is his answer to everything.
Come on, guys. The Scorpion Brothers. Ooh, Louis close. Louis closest. See, Louis knows his stuff. The face when Arthur realizes he forgot someone. Indeed. Indeed, Jono. I was sad. Come on, guys. Come on. Is Darth Phoenix still here? I think Darth Phoenix left. No, he's here. Come on. A little bit of a reference. It's a part of the body. It starts with an M. Yes, Louis got it. Damn it, and we can't even give him watermelons. Louis rocks. He needs to have a high position in this. Louis is the new Slayer. Everybody hates me now.
No, Arthur. No, Arthur. You know it's not going to end well.
Beautiful, Louis. This is why I love this guy.
Manticore.
Yeah, the Manticore, because it says he has a... Where is it? We have wings, tails like scorpions. There you go. The Manticore. And I did do a mythology video on the Manticore. You guys should definitely check out because it's very fascinating where and how far the mythology goes. And I did recommend that because not only is it my video, but comparing to other videos out there, I mean, I know the research I went to, and a lot of people won't because they will stop with the... I try to go as far as possible is what I'm saying. And it is fascinating. Too late, Darth Phoenix. You don't win this time, buddy. Not this time, Gadget. Okay, Phonics waited. Yeah, Phonics waited. Even Donde's laughing. Phonics says, nope. Careful, Donde. He'll take your watermelons. Manticores eat people. Yeah, manticores are strange creatures. Hundreds of teeth.
Yeah.
Spines that they shoot too. Poisonous spines. Not only the stinger. They're Persian. Which is a little different too from a lot of the mythology ones that we go from there with. And they even have a way with their words. Yeah, very cool creature. And I love the artwork I chose for the thumbnail that I did for that video. Kind of a Cheshire cat style. Okay, see you, Louie. We're going to end this chat now. Thank you, JM, for sharing that. I am so sorry I missed it. Guys, let's give him some watermelons. He's a good sport here. He never complains. Does his job. He gets things done. Manticore and The Witcher 2. Nice. The Witcher 2. Huh. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Monstercast, Voices of the Monsterhood. Next week, again, we'll be talking about pocket-sized monsters, and the challenge for Monster Maker Challenge this month by Donde is night monsters. Monsters that come out at night. Goodbye, everybody. Go ahead and say your goodbyes, guys. Until next time.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, and always remember that monsters are tragic beings, or strong, heavy, or not removed by choice. That is their tragedy. Good night, everybody.
If anybody wants to share Chris's behalf and Victor's behalf on the goodbye.
Something unknown, something, shoot it in the face with a shotgun.
Right, we have a black and white, basically. So on behalf of Chris, fear the unknown, maybe? Shoot it in the face with a shotgun, I know that for sure. And on behalf of Victor, maybe don't fear the unknown, research it, and study it. Something along those lines. We are bad.
On behalf of Victor, I say don't fear research. Go. Whatever.
Hey, Jono, how about as your...
No, and shoot him in the face with a shot. That's what he'll.
How about as part of your goodbyes, Jono, you give the...
Yes, Ishiro Honda quote.
No, you share the part from the creator of Godzilla. I forgot his name. His name.
Ishiro Honda.
No.
Ishiro Honda.
Yeah. Hiroshi? No. When he stated that monsters were created too big, too clumsy. Give us that quote.
Or monster.
Jono, this is your time to shine and look at you. Jono, you're embarrassing us.
You promised something, Arthur. Is still going on?
Oh,
Jono, we're waiting for you. Pro, you heard me, right?
yeah, I did.
Is Jono beating around the bush?
John, just say the thing, John.
Yes.
I mean, Arthur, he already did say it, but I mean, yeah, you can say it again.
Oh, okay. Remember, people, that monsters are tragic beings, or two-toned, strong, heavy. They're not evil by choice. That is their tragedy.
There we go. Beautiful. That should be your goodbye. There we go. See, I didn't remember the exact words, and we already screwed up Victor's and Chris's. Two of us did. That was enough. Okay. I think the music even ended. Okay, we're done. Goodbye, everyone.